Well, good morning, good morning, good morning. Destry Wade, your homeless surfer here at the Homeless Surfer channel. Glad to be at your service. Things are coming up. Going to talk a little bit more about manifesting. And I'm actually want to do some things to show you the steps you got to take and the help that you have in this situation that we're working with. Keeping in mind, the eviction notices and all those things that are going on are just made to be distractions. They're not the end of the world, because when I started this channel in January, if you remember right back then, it was to sell books. Because bottom line is, AI gave me the idea to get on YouTube and start selling my books. Good idea. And I just started to really like it. Not selling a ton of books yet, but I'm not in a hurry to do that. I'm more patient. I want to get things set up in a way that it can go smooth. I don't want I don't want problems. And I'm not going to sell billions of books. If I do, then I'll get a printer. But in the meantime, I'm gonna work on this in a way that eventually I can just buy my own printing stuff. And then when people are ordering books, I'm just going to print them from home. I'm also creating an application for that as well. So because I'm designing it through AI, I'm going to end up with an application that I'll be able to actually sell on the marketplace through Google Play, um, about making your own custom books. So you'll put your own kid's name, some story, whatever. So it's gonna be pretty cool too. But those are future things, and they take time to develop. And same with the book sales; they're out there, and they'll start going. I'm not really pushing them right now because I'm kind of focusing on this. And in the plan being was to get myself to a point of getting off welfare, not being homeless. We're out of here, that 60 days it says go. So the back to the homeless surfer for real, sitting on the beach. But we're going to avoid all that because we already had a plan in January, because I knew coming up that we weren't going to be able to count on freebies, man. It's been abused, and everybody's going to get their ass knocked off this thing. It's going to hurt people. But at the same time, I think in the long run, it might be best for everybody if we get rid of this freaking welfare state. Get to work. And this modern times, there's no really excuse, man, because this is all it takes to work. And a few other things I'm going to show you. Now, with the plan and with putting the original manifestation we started with in January, was to get to that point by the end of the second quarter, which is the end of June. Ironically speaking, the distraction notice is basically right there as well. So it's going to work out perfectly. I already had it planned. So it's not a new thing that we're doing. An adjustment has to be made because I'm not going to have time to slowly build YouTube. And I knew I wasn't planning on that, but I thought I could just stay here and keep doing it for a little while longer. But like I said, it's the way the system works, man. You're in, you're out. They don't care if I go back and sleep in a walker on the sidewalk. They don't give a shit. It's really, and even with, they'll put us in hotels. Watch, come when they're running for the election in this year, they're going to put a bunch of us in hotels and shit anyway, because they don't want that look when they're trying to convince the citizens they got it handled and they deserve to keep trying and spending money that they spend. Anyway, so that was already the goal. So that goal started then, and I started marching towards it. And the YouTube channel, the book sales, they're going to come. We're going to progress that through, but that's not going to be the savior in the situation. Being keenly aware of different things in life through our experience levels, we should know where you can and can't, what you can do to make money. You have certain skills, benefits, experiences that are actually sellable now. How many advisory firms are there? You know what that advisory firms are? Just a bunch of lugheads sitting around coming up with ideas for companies. So become an advisory firm. You can do that. People buy experience, dude. This is where it's good, because we don't have to bring you in and put you on a salary and give you a company car and a company credit card. None of that shit. No, now you just get straight advisory services, and you pay them for their services. And there's things online that you can go into, and they'll help you get all that set up. You charge a little bit, but so it's not for me as a homeless surfer, which literally I have no money. The $106 now that we're up to as far as monthly subscriptions to build the books, do the cartoons, I'm begin building. Yeah, that's $106 a month, and that's going to go up to probably about two to 500, depending on how active those books start becoming and how active those cartoons. The cartoons are going to probably do better than the books, because through YouTube, I'll have the YouTube Kids channel will give me tons of views and clicks, and then we'll start interconnecting with that, and yeah, it'll be a good thing. But to get this done and be in a position, keep in mind we have those limitations, the credit, the history of prison and things like that. That when you go to get an apartment, you gotta remember they do background checks now, and they do credit checks, which is crazy to me because I just want to rent a I just want to rent an apartment, pay month to month like it used to be in my day, but not so much anymore. So I have to prepare, because the only way it's going to happen is I'm going to need 6 months worth of rent walking in the door. After that, after those first 6 months, everything will be fine, and then I can just go to we'll go to a normal monthly payment type thing, and that'll be great for me too. But the initiation of this thing, I realize what it's going to take. I've already looked at the house. I know it. I visualize it. I see myself there. That's part of the manifestation. You have to be there. If you can't see yourself doing it, you'll never do it. You can't. If you see yourself falling as you're skiing down the hill, that's what you're going to do. If you see yourself successfully making the run, you're going to do that too. You get what you think you're going to get. So don't distract yourself. Don't let yourself fall short. So I know what I'm gonna need to do that, and what we're gonna do is we're going to do the coffee at Konos, and one of the segments of the show Coffee at Konos is going to be a legal case review, free of charge for somebody walking by. Now, there's a variety of different types of cases, but the bottom line is, because of my experience, now this is where age comes in, regardless of financial situation at this point in time, I know what to do. And honestly, this is kind of it's one of those things in life. You start walking down a road thinking you're going to do this thing, but that road brings something else to you entirely different than you actually thought. But hey, if you're staying in your center and you're listening for your discernment and you're practicing good practices as far as a manifestation goes, you're gonna be there. You're gonna be ready when it comes. You're gonna know how to adjust to make it happen. So here's the adjustment. Part of the Coffee at Kono show, which we're already going to make, is going to be a thing called Do I Have a Case? And we're going to sit down with a passerby and see if they have a case. You'd be surprised how many people actually have a lawsuit just sitting in their back pocket they don't even know about. And anything that happened in the last year, most likely you could probably sue for. But we want to do good work and find good people that actually use some help and get them hooked up, make that connection. By making that connection in the legal marketing place, right now a lawyer will pay about $250 for a phone call. So what you have is you have a company that'll go out and they'll put an ad on TV and say, hey, call us. We're personal injury lawyers. We got this big, huge network of lawyers, and it looks like a huge firm, right? But it's not. All of those are single individual law people working in their own single office, typically, maybe one or two small, one or two other attorneys with them in the office. So they get 250. They pay a company like that $250 a phone call that gets passed through. So basically, the ad goes up. You call the ad, say, "Hey, I got a case." They have a questionnaire they ask you that the law office gave them, and if they meet those 5 things, they get a pass through. If they get a pass through, the law office gets a bill for $250 for that pass through. That's how that works, and it's a great marketing program because lawyers can't solicit, but a marketing company can legally find people with potential cases and get a referral fee for that. You can't get parts of the case. That'd be great, man. You end up being rich in this business, but you can get a fee or a referral fee for doing that. So anyway, this is going to be even a step further than that, because my goal is this: I want to try to get somewhere around 1,200 to 2,000 per referral. The referral, though, is going to be ran through an AI generated legal representative through my AI programs. And it'll be based on what the lawyer wants. So the lawyer will say, okay, I want these types of cases, don't want these type of cases. We'll program that all into the setup on the AI for him. Then what we'll do is we do these interviews. There'll be like a 15-20 minute segment of the show. And we'll get people set up as they pass by to sit down with us and tell us about their lawsuit. It'll run through the AI. If there's a lawsuit there that the attorney would want, the AI will pick it up and then it'll forward it automatically, and that'll cost them 1,200 to 2,000 initially. I think later it'll be more. Because they do have right to refusal, so they don't have to accept the case if it doesn't look like something they want to do. So it's really solid for the attorneys, and it's a really solid marketing program for us because done well, if we can pull off, all we really need to pull off is about one case a week, and that's very low pressure, 1 to 2 cases a week. I estimate we probably get 4 to 5, and then start getting the call-in show going. We'll get even more. So it's going to be an open, and that opens immediately. We're going right into the second quarter, the very first week of the second quarter. We're going to begin the program, and we're going to utilize that to reach and manifest our goal, which is the home. Now, like I was saying, manifestation is a lot of meditation. It's focusing on that you want. And if you can get that in your head and start seeing that before it ever occurs, you start pulling it towards you. Subatomically, physiology, whatever it is, you're pulling that blanket towards you with the picnic that's on it that you're trying to get. But you got to be able to keep pulling. That's your effort. You put that effort in, that will come to you, but you got to visualize it. You got to see, yeah, I'm going to be there. I do it all the time. When I'm sitting home watching TV doing nothing, I'll just close my eyes for a minute and daydream basically about coming out that door, smelling the ocean, feeling the sun, walking down to the beach, hanging out on the beach, having my dog follow me down there. The whole thing, you've got to live it. You got to live it in your head first, and subconsciously, everything else will just start lining up automatically. And don't let distractions kick you off. They're going to try. That's what they do. I mean, it's their job to fuck with you. And they do. They try to distract you. I mean, look, my mom passed away. That's a huge distraction and a sad one, but it could be used to throw you off base if you allowed it to, or if I allowed it to. Then you get the eviction notice. Okay, now that's in my head. Before it was like, yeah, I know this might happen. We've talked about it, but now it's actually happened. So now I got to deal with that part. But what I'm doing is I'm just departmentalizing. Throw that shit out. I don't need to worry about it. I was leaving in July anyway, right? That was the plan. So cool. I'm just glad they notified me that, hey, maybe I'll get a deposit back or something. I don't know. I'll leave on time and be fair because we already planned to. So that's not a distraction. Now, some people would allow that to be a distraction. Don't. You got to not be distracted. Be focused. Center first. Then start focusing and get all these things lined up. Boom. You'll hit the jackpot. Information, incredible experiences are out there for you. Peace is out there. Now, if you're old like me, peace is something I've been looking for since I was a teenager, man. I've been hunting that shit. It is very rarely there. The very beginnings of drugs and alcohol use kind of brought a strange, unique peace, which is what drew you into the further where it became a destructive order rather than a peaceful thing. And you got to watch that. Sometimes what you think will bring you peace will actually just cause you harm. Getting rich might not be the best thing for me, and I don't want to. I've settled into the fact that what I want is simple, and that's all I need. Again, Dr. Horowitz said, anything you take more than what you need, you're taking for someone else. And if you don't see that looking around the world, just looking around your neighborhood alone, you're blind. You're purely blind because it's a huge inequity of what people have taken versus what's available for the general public use, I guess. I don't know. But bottom line is we got to keep focusing and keep planning and preparing. So with that in mind, I want to show you a couple quick things. So Be Best Me Media has already been set up. If you remember right, we did that months ago. That was kind of one of the first tests of the AI that was put together. Okay, let me see here. Different chat. Okay, there we go. So I go over to my chat. Now, ChatGPT has already got let me see here. It's already got all my projects. And this project is going to be content creator me develop. Okay, so on March 1st, we started it, which was the content creator me development company. Now that I've been telling that AI bot I've been using, I've been using that bot to build a business. So it has complete understanding basically from A to Z of what I want to do. It's done my YouTube channel marketing. There it is right there. They threw me that out. Uh, Be Best Me Media LLC formation. That's done. I just got to file them. And I finally now I'm paying for the freaking Microsoft Word. Like I told you had to pay for that shit. I didn't know that. I thought it just come on your computer, right? No, you got to pay for that shit. So anyway, we're paid for now. So now I can actually start loading. I've been doing it anyway. It's just monotonous. I hate this kind of work. But I've been loading all the shit on the Word, so then I can print them out and utilize them and start creating something. So anyway, what we're going to do with this is basically because it has my whole plan. I'm going to show you how simple this is. So what I'm going to do, let's go up here, do BBC. Okay, now I'm on my business formation. This has been set up as an attorney, basically. And you can set them up however you want to. You just go through, it's a whole process you go through when you get ChatGPT. You download it and then you go through a whole process of setting it up and more detailed. Look at a few things, it'll help you out. But anyway, so what we want to do, because we're changing up a little bit. I need an agreement between a referral agreement between an attorney and Be Best Media, which basically is going to allow us. We're going to start writing it up at $2,500 a case, of accepted case. Period. Do it like that, and it'll be leads will be generated through YouTube live channel and video feeds, as well as for contacts. So I'll set that up. So here's what we do. He already knows me. This AI guy. This is my AI lawyer. So I'm going to talk to him. And here's how you do it. This is called a prompt. Let me give you a little of this so you can just see kind of how easy this really is to do, no matter what situation you're in. And I'm in a pretty low situation, so if I can do it, so can you. So anyway, a couple things. You want to make sure it gives you the right research. So I got to tell it you're going to give me a legal contract, and then I got to explain to it what I want in that legal contract, and it'll do it. Okay. The other thing I also want is a press release for coffee at Kona's, but we'll do that second because if you give it too much, what I have learned with this thing, if you give it too much information at one time, it gets lost in the information. Because remember, it's just zeros and ones. It's reading the information. That's why they can't. That's why their animations are kind of fucked up. Because the continuation is hard because they're doing it based on numbers. So you'll tell it what you want in text, and then it takes and creates that out of text into a picture, but it's got certain predetermined, like, okay, a blonde kid, it's a blonde kid, smart, small, things like that. So they're very generalized. So those characters can change because as long as it's small, blonde haired, younger looking brother wearing surf clothes, it's acceptable to the AI. And that's where it's not right yet, but it'll get there. But anyway, on this, what I'm going to do is just show you real quick how simple this is because I'm going to give it a prompt and then give it about 2 minutes. I'll have the whole damn thing written and done. So I can put it on there and then forward it over to an attorney to get signature. To see, the thing that's great about this program is it's a win-win for the attorney. So it's not a difficult stretch for me to get these done. I'm probably going to have to set up 2 or 3 attorneys because if things happen the way I want to and the way that I feel I can make them happen anyway, because I got confidence and savvy and cojones, is we'll be pulling a lot of cases for them. So we're going to need more than one because lawyers do back up. Personal injury lawyers kind of not so much. It's a lot of scheduling. As long as you don't have too much work, you don't run into those scheduling conflicts. But that's usually the only place they say no. They just give you as many as you can. Keep going, and they'll sub them out. That's one thing I did with another law firm that I had before. So anyway, let's get this thing done. So what we're going to do, I'm going to hit start, and then then it's going to ask, or it's going to listen for me to tell it what to do. So acting as my attorney, I need you to create a legal referral agreement with a personal injury law firm to be named later between Be Best Media and again the personal injury law firm to be named later to promote the law firm and create referral leads for the attorney to receive. The attorney will have right of refusal on any casework that's referred to him. Upon acceptance, the attorney will pay Leave it a blank for now because we'll fill it in at the negotiations. Give the lawyer comfort that he's okay, that basically we're going to get the cases. He accepts them. He pays us for those cases. Um, Go ahead and put it down as a $2,500 referral fee per case. Accepted. All right, let's try it. Destry Whitney, CEO of Be Best Media, signing for Be Best Media, and attorney, just put attorney on their signature lines and date lines. Thank you. All right, then you shut it down and let it work. And there it goes. Bam. She goes right to work. Now, what's amazing about that, we were talking before, what's crazy, dude, this information's floating around the air right now, and he just grabbed it. It's already gone. Here we are. Legal marketing and referral agreement. Okay. Be Best Me. I'm the one. So I gotta save that. But anyway, so here it is. It's done that quickly. And it says this marketing and referral agreement is entered into as of, and there's going to be a date line there. Be Best Media, California Limited Liability Company, which I am. It set it up so it already knows who I am. Don't have to tell it. And a personal injury law firm to be named later. We referred in individually as a party and collectively as the parties. Purpose of the agreement goes through everything perfect. Now you got to sit down and you got to read all this. Make sure it's what you want to see. Okay, 500 per accepted case. If the parties later negotiate different compensations, the amount shall be recorded here. Okay, that's good. See, covered both bases for me. Gave me the 2,500. That's my ask. That's what I'm going to walk in and ask. Try to get your ask, but I'll take two, or even 15. Because if you can go 5 a week, 15 is going to get you. Yeah, that's going to put me at 24,000 a month, which is almost 3 times the amount of money I'm going to need. Which is great because that'll just go back into the community, man, back into making this thing go, getting bigger, getting stronger, having finances available to be helpful. Shit, that'd be great, no bullshit. Just good people that say, hey, I'm going to put my tithing money here because I'd rather this person show me on camera. We go out and give it away. Sitting there at the beach or something. They'd be bitching, dude. I'd love that, man. I hope we can build that kind of thing. And I believe we can. I mean, it's meant to be. It's meant to be. I'm manifesting it. Promise. The first big one is to show you, so hopefully it creates some people who go, holy shit, this dude does know what the fuck he's doing. It's this first one, man, the apartment. We can get this nailed. One way or another, we're going to have it. So anyway, we got to keep it going. But that's how you do that. Now I can go ahead and ask it. I go over and I ask it to act as a press agent. So watch this. It's so cool. So now, acting as my press agent, please do write me a press release for both TV and online release regarding do I have a case? It's I'm sorry, Coffee at Kono's. Do I have a case segment? Thank you. Okay, now it goes and does that. That was a really bad instruction. It might not come out the way we want, but I think for the most part it should. Let me see where we at here. Here we go. Oh, maybe it didn't. Okay. Yeah, no, it's on hold. That's good. Okay, so anyway, you can see how quickly that was done. Now all of a sudden I have agreements. All I got to do is put it on Word. Now I can email it over. So all I have to do after I finish today is I'm going to get on the phone, call a couple lawyers, and get some meetings scheduled for signatures. Once that's done, we're on. We're not opening this up until April 5th, I think it is. It's a Monday. Hold on. It's going to be I think, let's figure this out. Always got to have your dates right. So it's going to be June, May, April. Okay. So it will be Easter Monday. It'll be Easter Monday on April 6th will be our first show. With the attorneys in place, we'll have 2 chairs. I got to buy those on the 2nd. Now remember, like, share, subscribe, all that stuff. I also got a Cash App thing, and it's coming off X. Go on X. It's again HomelessSurfer. X at HomelessSurfer, and you can donate through Cash App and help me out because I really need the help, man. We're starting to get to the point where, and it's not for me to have any money in my pocket. It's for me to have the things that we're going to need to get this done. 2 chairs. I mean, this is how simple this shit is. 2 chairs like I'm sitting in right now. One for 2 people. B, we need a microphone set. It helps. This is going to work, and we're going to muddle through if we have to. But if someone has it in their heart hey, I got a microphone set. Give me your address. I'll send it over to you. Bitch, dude. That's what I'm looking for. I'm not looking for cash. I'm looking for items that we can keep growing. I really want to get a printer. If anyone out there might have an extra, because and it's got to be I want to be able to make the books from home. So consider the printer has to be able to print like Dr. Seuss style books, which is a lot of color. I know. I'm not sure how to even do that. I'm going to start looking it up because that's the other thing. I do want to start printing the books from in my house, at least until it gets too big or too cumbersome. But then I can hire someone to do it. You know, they can sit in my house with me. We'll do these things, do our coffee at Kono's, and they'll be making books all day. Maybe then two. Then we get a little warehouse. You know, who knows? You never know where it'll go. But you keep walking the road and you keep your mind open and running forward because you got to. The worst thing that happens with goals is you reach them. Because once you reach them, if you weren't thinking ahead and planning for the next thing, you could really find it disappointing when you finally get there and you're like, shit, now what? You know, I wasn't thinking ahead. So always think ahead. Always be getting more. Now, most of my what I would call my daydreaming phase of the fun part. This really is the fun part, I think. The daydreaming phase of your manifestation, which is just being there, dreaming of yourself being there, see yourself being there, feel yourself being there because you can. You're there. And once you do that, you'll get there. You'll look back when you get there and go, "Holy shit, I did it." And you will have such pride and joy and peace because you know you're in control now. You're the boss. You're in control of you. Be in control of you and do it well. Because shit, we're higher beings. We're the last of the last, man. We're the best that were ever made. I believe that. I watch some of these children incredibly geniuses, incredible geniuses. With things that I don't even realize that exist yet. Trust me, there's stuff being worked on in those computer labs and all those other places, you know, Microsoft's basement, that'll blow your freaking mind, I'm sure. So they had this shit done 40 years ago that we're on right now. They were already doing this. You know, they're way ahead of it. And that's how you got to be. You got to be ahead of it. What's next? What's next? What can we develop? Use your skills, come up with a plan, and get it. You can do it. So I love you guys. Hopefully that helped you a little bit with both things. Start a plan, man. Don't just sit home and watch TV. It's fucking bad. I swear they're just programming us anyway. But anyway, so that was the fun for today. I hope you learned a little something about AI. Tomorrow when I come back, I'm going to make those calls this afternoon. So I should have 2 of these agreements ready to go. And I'm still looking for help. Again, please subscribe, like, share, send money through the X account. I got Cash App now, so that would be great if you can help me out. If you send it to me and ponytail it or something or whatever you say, this is for this. That's what it's going to be used for. Test me, please. All right, dudes. I love you guys. Peace out, demo.